When a covered call goes in the money, most people start to panic. The stock ran past their strike. The call is now worth more than they actually collected. They feel like they're losing something. They feel like this trade is going against them. And that feeling drives them to do something. Buy it back, roll it, and do anything to make the red number on the screen just simply go away. Almost every mistake made at this stage comes from misreading the situation. A covered call that's in the money is not a broken trade. It's usually a profitable one. And the panic response, doing something because the number looks wrong, is where the real damage can start to happen. Let me explain what being in the money actually means so we're all working from the same exact, definition, okay? When you sell a covered call, you set a strike price, right? If the stock is below that strike at expiration, call expires worthless, you keep the premium, right? Let's be honest, that's the ideal outcome. But if the stock rises above the strike, if it goes in the money, the call now has real built-in value. The buyer of the call has the right to purchase your shares at the strike price, and since the stock is trading higher, that right is worth something. The call you sold for 120 might now be worth 350. Here's the part people get confused about. The 230 difference between what you collected and what the call is currently worth is not a loss you've realized, okay? It's not. It's not money leaving your account. It's the gap between the premium you collected and the current market value of the obligation that you made. Whether that gap ever becomes a real loss depends entirely on what happens next, and more importantly, whether getting called away at your strike is actually a bad outcome when you run the full math on everything. Here's the framework that changes how this situation can actually look like. Before I decide to do anything with an in-the-money covered call, I ask one quick question. Is getting called away at my strike a profitable exit? If I bought shares at $45, sold a covered call at 52 for $1.20, and the stock is now at 58, yes, being called away at 52 is profitable. I bought at 45, I get called away at 52. That's a $7 gain on shares plus $1.20 in premium, total $8.20 per share on a position I entered at 45. That's an 18% gain. The feeling of leaving money on the table because the stock went to 58 is real, but the trade worked. The outcome, right, you designed happened. The covered call did exactly what you sold it to do. There's no mistake here unless you treat the feeling of missed upside as a reason to make a costly decision. The mistake is paying to avoid a profitable exit. Let's talk about when doing nothing is sometimes the right answer. If your covered call is in the money and being called away at the strike produces a profit, including the premium already collected, the default answer is often to do nothing and just let it expire. You will sell your shares at the strike price, you will have realized a gain, your capital comes back to you ready for the next setup and position. That is the trade completing as designed. The investor who immediately tries to roll an in-the-money call because they want to keep the shares needs to ask whether the desire is coming from a real strategic reason or just from some emotional attachment to a position that's performing exactly as it was supposed to. Because sometimes the right answer to an in-the-money covered call is to let the clock run out, collect the assignment at your strike, and just move on. No roll, no buyback, no panic, just a closed position with a gain. Now, if you're a beginner getting started with all this stuff, I want to invite you to the Ark Options workshop. It's only about 90 minutes long. You also get my 15 favorite wheel strategy stocks that are all under $30, plus a bunch of other free bonuses. Make sure to attend it after today's video. I will leave a link for it as the first one in the description of today's video. But let's talk about when buying back does actually make sense, because there are situations where buying the call back early before expiration, it's worth considering. Let's be real. If you're close to expiration and the call has already captured 80-90% of its potential value, buying it back for a few cents might make sense, pun intended. You free up the shares earlier, you remove the obligation, and you can start the next covered call cycle without waiting out the final days. And this is an efficiency move, not a reactive one. The key here is, though, you're buying it back because the position has already done most of the job, not because you're frightened of being called away. The math should make sense on its own terms, not be driven by wanting to avoid a profitable outcome. But let's talk about the roll that costs too much. And here's the mistake that actually can cost a lot of money. A stock has run hard past your strike. The covered call is deep in the money. You want to keep the shares. You buy back the calls for, let's say, $600 and sell the next month's call at a higher strike for $250. You just paid a $350 debit to stay in the position. Now the stock needs to rise above your new strike plus recover the $350 you spent before this trade improves your situation. If the stock plateaus or pulls back, you've locked in a real cash loss trying to avoid a literal profitable forced sale. This is the roll for a large debit trap. The bigger the debit, the more you're paying to defend against an outcome that was already profitable for you. The math, in my opinion, rarely justifies it unless you have a very specific, high confidence reason to believe the stock will immediately continue to trend higher. Let's talk about what getting called away actually means for us though. And here's the perspective shift that makes this whole situation a lot calmer, at least for me. When your shares get called away at a strike above your cost basis, you've done what you set out to do. You collected premium when you sold the covered call. You profited on the shares when they were called away. Your capital is now free to run the next setup or next cycle. The stock going higher after your shares leave is not at your loss. It's the next owner's gain. You can't optimize for every dollar of appreciation on a stock that you agreed to sell at a specific price. The covered call literally was the agreement. The premium was your payment for that agreement. The profitable exit was the designed outcome of all this. Look, an in-the-money covered call is not an emergency. It's almost always a sign that the underlying position is working well. The stock went up, the trade produced a gain. The question isn't how to escape the situation. It's whether the gain is acceptable and what to do with the capital once it's given back to you. The most expensive decisions in covered call trading come from treating a profitable but uncomfortable outcome as a problem to solve. Paying a large debit to roll, buying back without a clear reason, or panicking into a new position, these are the real mistakes in my opinion. The in-the-money call itself is not the problem. The framework is simple. Calculate the actual gain if you get called away. If it's profit, evaluate whether the emotion you're feeling is about the math or about missing something that wasn't yours to begin with. Most of the time, the calm decision is also the profitable one. Got two questions for you guys as always for the comment section. Number one, have you ever paid a significant amount to roll or buy back an in-the-money covered call, and looking back, was the exit at the original strike actually worse than what ended up happening to you? And number two, when you see a covered call go in the money, what's your first instinct? Let it ride, buy it back, or roll? Drop those down below. We always have great conversations in there. Make sure to attend the Ark Options Strategy workshop, guys. It'll be the first link in the description of today's video. You also get my 15 favorite wheel strategy stocks, all under $30, my 2 income calculators, as well as my full trade log template. As always, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.